You're listening to More 94,
a service of More FM Company Limited.
Broadcast on 94.90 megahertz in New Providence, Grand Bahama, and surrounding islands. On the web at www.more94fm.com. We are the Bahamas Superstation. More entertainment is on More
94. The thoughts, views, and opinions of SLYTalk are strictly those of the host and guest, and not necessarily those of the management and owners of More 94 FM. This is SLYTalk.
Want to ask a question or contribute to today's show? The numbers to dial are 341-6673 or toll free 1-242-300-6673. WhatsApp a message at 816-8187. Entertainment is definitely here on 194.9. I'm your girl Sly. Thank you so much for tuning in to SLYTalk. Today is such a beautiful day, guys. Thank you so very much for joining us on this beautiful Sunday. You could be doing so many other things. If you missed the last show, head on over to our YouTube page. The topic was accepting the new woman or man in your kid's life. So pretty much it was talking about, parents kind of moving on with their kid into another relationship and having to deal with the kid and that person kind of, I guess, getting along, or so to speak, and the domino effects that occur post that relationship taking off. So that was a really, really hot topic. We had a lot of a lot of passions within the studio, last week. So definitely, I would tell you guys, head on over to our YouTube page. If you've not listened to any of SLYTalk, get on over there, start listening. All of the SLYTalks are on there. All of our previous episodes are on there, so you can listen from one straight through. If you're just joining us for the first time, thank you so much for joining us. Make SLYTalk the number one show that you listen to every Sunday with your boo or whomever it is you prefer to listen to. We like to ask that you listen in with your spouse or the person that you're with, your partner or whoever else. Just because, sometimes it sparks a conversation between you and whomever it is that you're with. So, it can smooth things out. It can also bumpy things up. So you just got to know how to, communicate. In studio with us today, we've got the beautiful Jackie. Hi, Jackie.
Hey.
We have Terrio.
Hey.
Candy.
Hello.
And Tabaco. And, of course, I'm your girl, Sly. So definitely our sponsors today, again, is the Giggle House. They've been sticking with us for so many weeks. Thank you so much for being faithful to SLYTalk. If you guys don't know, the Giggle House is an after school care or a after-hour sitting program for kids. So if you want to go out and you don't have anybody to keep your kids, give them a ring. If you can't get away from work and you want to get somebody to pick up your kids, the number to dial is 816-8171. That's 816-8171. Today, we are talking. What are we talking about, guys? Do you know?
I know sex, something but sex.
Definitely. We want to know why he or she is just not giving it up to me. So basically, essentially, what we're talking about today is being in a relationship and being completely, having your partner is kind of avoiding sex with you. Ouch, right? So you're like on dry dock and you're trying to get off dry dock. So we're going to help you today answer some of those questions. We're going to answer some of those questions and help you to get back in the green. Right, Abico?
Yes.
All right, so Alka, why do you think, you know, I mean, obviously, if your partner is holding out on you, something is going wrong. Something is very, very wrong. So we're obviously in the red if we can't have sex. Yes?
Exactly. What may be happening is there may be some financial problems, and usually when it comes to women, if you know, if the account dries up, other things may dry up as well.
What?
Yes.
What do you say?
When the account is low, her tide is low.
Really?
Yeah, like I was saying.
Are you suggesting that females are materialistic?
Yes. Well, some are, but I'm not saying that. I'm saying when you have stresses in a relationship, it could reduce sex. That's what I'm saying. And finances is a huge factor.
That's a big deal, though, because you're not always going to have money all the time.
No. When you're stressed out and not knowing how you can pay your BPL, BEC bill, that could stress you out.
So, but that's a shared effort, though. So why would you not be giving me sex?
For some people, it's not always a shared effort. I mean, some people do see the male as a provider.
That's true.
Okay, so in a case that where the male is the provider, you're saying that the female will be stressed out? Is that what you're saying?
I think I'm responding to Abaco. He's saying that as a male, he doesn't feel comfortable because he doesn't know where he's coming from, and he knows that he's responsible for the home. That's what I'm
that didn't play off like that to me.
What Abaco said was when
everybody knows what Abaco is
your
saying.
money dries up, and her bunny dries up. That's what he's trying. That's what Abaco said.
That is what he said. Yeah, that's what he was saying. That was the general.
Was that your statement, Abaco? Could you clarify, because we're real confused?
Yeah, please clarify.
Yeah, let me translate. Yeah, pretty much like what I'm saying is when finances are slow in a relationship, it could cause stresses. And
on who, the woman or the man?
Both parties, because essentially, if you're a unit, you should be concerned what your man is going through as well. So
I don't think it has anything to do with being concerned. I think I want some and you don't want to give it to me. So I'm just trying to understand why.
You do there's external factors that could slow down, or not even you might not even be interested in sex if you have external factors happening.
Let me go to a deep logical extent to try to explain Abaco's situation.
No, it's not my situation.
No, not Abaco's situation, but Abaco's.
Play that up.
Let's just suppose, right? Let's say in Abaco's world, not in Abaco's figurative world here, that person, you and your mate, you're having coitus, essentially unprotected, because once you're together, we throwing some stuff up. We throwing the super value baggie out the window. We get that part. No Ziploc baggies, no umbrellas. So if you're doing that, most women most women need to see some financial stability just in case, because they be like, listen, if you miss and slip, what we could do, because I don't
know that everybody thinks
Isn't that a little bit different, though? Initially, the thing was said when your spouse is avoiding. I think if there's financial stresses or issues, and you both are having that, then it's like, okay, we're really in the mood. I get where you were coming from. Okay, we're not in the mood. We need to clear up some stuff before we can feel sexy. I get that. But when you say stuff like avoiding, like we were talking in chat last week about the spreadsheet that was created by this guy.
Oh, yeah.
Where he sent to his wife and the specific dates where she hadn't been giving and every excuse that she gave. So, for instance, August 2nd, you said you had a headache. August 3rd, just too tired. August 4th, watching Seinfeld rerun. So that was his thing. So that's avoiding. It's like, okay, so no gushy then.
I mean, I don't.
That's a lot of excuses.
He's probably like, it's unfathomable, right?
Let me ask you, Kenny.
I love spreadsheets.
Let me ask you, Kenny, because usually in most instances it's the female in a relationship that tend to avoid sex or...
Hold on. Let me
finish, please. We tend to have an excuse when it comes to sex. So
I don't agree. So let me plug that in there.
As women, what would be some of the reasons why... the average woman would give their significant other a reason not to have sex.
So let me interrupt for a second, please. We're gonna. So I kind of get that, and the women are going to answer on our behalf in a minute. We want you to clarify first why it is for you. and then we'll take it from there.
No, well, I was just asking a general question.
Understand, but from a man's standpoint, why would you say no to sex to your mate?
But right after she answers my question, I will get into that.
Generally, I'll be honest. I agree, and I'm probably going to take some lashing for that. I can agree if things aren't financially stable at home. If I'm worried about rent or mortgage or whatever, it's kind of hard to lay up in the AC and focus on really being sensual and having that continuous relationship.
Turn the AC.
You understand? Because I try not to drive it up a little more or so. So then it's that, and of course, if the children have problems with lunch or school fee, I don't feel very sexy. I don't feel like the lingerie. I don't feel like all of that. So I agree, but it's not about being thingsy. That's the only disagreement that I have. It's about that stability, because a lot of women, once they feel stable, they feel comfortable, equals sexy.
But with men, sex solves all the problems.
I've heard that. I've heard it. It helps.
Honestly, I think it's so rare. I think it's so rare to hear a guy say, "I don't want none." Like,
I don't know that it's said that way. Like, okay, so
like think about it. Like, hey, you walk up to your guy. You walk.
You don't walk up. I don't know that happens.
I don't know that happens. Like,
can't happen.
I think a guy could hate you and still be like, "Let me just give you one more piece." Like, just
not the one more piece.
I don't like you, but just one more. That's it.
The guy may be tired.
So then the woman,
or let's medically ED. Can we talk about it?
Do we get tired?
No, do men actually turn down sex?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
So why?
Well, I had reasons. I just didn't feel the need. I know it sounds unbelievable, but yeah, I had a need. I just didn't. At the moment that I was at an impasse, I guess, in my relationship, I felt like sex would have been I don't want to say a deterrent from what it was I was really trying to get out of. I think it was always a means to like a bait. So I kind of had to speak to Jesus and become like
this was after an established sexual relationship?
After an established
this was before you touched the cookie?
After an established sexual relationship.
Wow.
Listen, I'm telling you, it's hard.
So what is it that you were trying to establish? An emotional connection, a commitment? Talk to me. I
need to know.
I was frustrated, and it was a lot of stuff that was transpiring that was going in a complete spiral, because what I found happened was this. I would find myself resolve with a situation, or find myself like where I said, I don't want to have this happen anymore, and then I would try to establish that point to not have it anymore, and then I would fall susceptible to the rules of sex, and then that will repeat, and you know what I do to get over it? Have sex again.
So let me translate. Wait, my head, I feel it zing in the room. So what you're saying is, as a man, you were holding out on. But you also only have to do that.
No. See, here's the thing.
I don't mean like for spite, but hey, none of this until we clear this up.
I want you to get this part right. For men, sex is a reset button. You could poke me in my eye. No, real talk. You could poke me in my eye with a tennis ball. My eye will be puffy. We go to police station and everything, and you get home and you say, hey, bim bam. Boom, chang. And I'll drum back up, girl, you know I love you. Just give me some ice with his eye. Everything cool. Let me drop them charges on the face. You know when dudes get stabbed and stuff, and these women trying to kill him, half kill him, and all she do is give him a little piece more, and he just like, don't worry, family. I know she tried to kill me. Y'all had to come to the hospital and see me in the coma for 6 weeks. But it's all good now. That's good now. You know,
wow.
Forgive costs.
So if sex is such a healer, then we go back to our original point on why you're avoiding it.
Because it's sometimes, if that healing is hurting more than it is healing, I know it feels great, but that's a decision that it's only temporary. Sex is a couple minutes, in some cases hours, but it's, just it could be long, but it's not permanent.
So have we really resolved the finances part, the money part?
Yeah, I mean, money doesn't, money is a factor, but that's usually a factor for women. A man could have his stressor, but even in his stress, he might just want that peace, but to get over that stress.
One of the major issues that could prevent or stop sex in a relationship is if someone cheated. Especially for a guy.
Oh, definitely. We know that. We'll discuss that.
What?
But hold on, you know what though?
I don't know that it can even happen at all, after that, with some guys. I think it's a mood killer.
In today's society, honestly, I think a lot of people, I know some women who would probably cheat on you and use sex to get you back. To get you. I know some women that would cheat on a guy and use sex to get the guy back who they cheated on with. who they cheated on in the first place.
I hear you, and the thing about you saying lose, I think men have to get to a place, and I think a lot of men are learning. Let me say that with this year and this new millennium and evolution of things, I think men are now understanding that they have an equal power as far as sex is concerned. You said it like, don't give me all that credit. He looked at me like, not so much.
I believe in the power.
You don't
I believe in the power.
I believe it does, but I
believe
think
in
men,
the power of my penis.
Okay.
I do.
No, what I mean is, have we heard the phrase, what is it, no exchange, no robbery? I think a lot of men are like, hold on, we both are getting pleasured here. So if No,
they don't. No,
so I'm hanging in the wrong spot then.
Hold on, I think you're
I think men are catching on. I think a lot of men are catching on.
I think you're onto something.
I think a lot of men are catching on now, where they're not allowing sex to be as big of a tool as it used to be.
But that's a false statement, though.
What is that?
It's not.
It's
not equal pleasure.
It's not.
It's not the same thing for women as it is for men. That's a fallacy.
That was my point.
Wait a minute.
I'm telling you, it's
Please elaborate.
Yeah,
I think it is, Candy.
I mean, for
if
men,
you're doing it right.
No, listen. For men.
I think
you experience pleasure in different ways. I would never know how a man really feels. And vice versa.
1 second for me. Please explain.
So, for men, it's highly physical. Correct?
Correct.
Okay, for women, it's not as highly physical as it is for men. For women, this is my opinion, the ladies can let me know if they agree or not, but if the sexual act is not attached to something that has security, that has comfort, that has emotional sensibility, usually it's not the same. That's my opinion.
Okay, but what he said was basically what Candy was saying was that women, people, or the saying is that are talking about the power of the pee.
Right.
So that is a saying for females. It's not a saying for the males. It's not something that men run around and say.
Right, but I don't think that carries as much weight as men would like.
But what
that's what she was trying to say.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. They're now coming to learn.
They're coming to grips now that they have some power because there are women that enjoy sex just as much as, if not more than men.
I do not agree with that.
I think there's a misconception that women aren't the aggressors and sometimes enjoy sex more than.
Disagree.
And even so, even if it's emotional for women, hold on one sec. Even if sex is emotional for women and it's physical for men, if he's giving you and making you feel emotionally sound, and that's what you're getting, and you feel loved during the sexual act, and he's just getting the physical.
You're saying that's his power?
No, I'm not saying it's power. I'm saying that's your pleasure.
No,
he's pleasuring you, stroking you emotionally, and he's getting what he needs physically.
I agree, but you said it's emotional. So what I'm saying to you is the power then isn't in the pee.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
The power is in the
that men are coming to grips with the fact that the power of cooch isn't as powerful as it used to be because it's so plentiful. Let me just say it like that then.
Oh, well, that's a different statement.
That's all, right.
As a male, I think like we both fit. You guys may enjoy or get pleasure one way, and we get pleasure the other way. Mm-hmm. So it may be emotional for females, whereas it may be physical for men.
Right.
But we both.
You're giving, I'm giving, and so we're both getting.
Right. No,
if you're partnered correctly, do we all agree on that?
I think you guys get it all wrong. Guys don't want sex. We just want to cuddle. You really?
Yeah, and you had Bible study too, right? Give me a break.
We just want to cuddle and talk about relations. We just want to cuddle and talk, and y'all just want to be aggressive. But
just chew you up and spit you out.
No. So listen, you said something earlier. You said that I don't understand. I really want to clear up for the listening audience. What did you mean when you said for a man, sex is a reset button? What do you mean by that?
Yeah, that's interesting.
Because what I said was that, let's say something is wrong in the relationship. Let's say you did something wrong. Let's say something just went awry for a second, right? If you put it down on a guy the right way, he will fall asleep, he will wake back up, and he will forget everything. It just starts over. Life just starts over. It's like
so don't matter how much effort I put into that situation, you're gonna forget?
No, I'm saying
is that what you're saying to me?
If you tell him forget
that it's a blur?
Listen, if you tell him, if you take that magic wand, you wave that twice, and you tell. I'm saying there's some situations most men omit after sex.
That's like drinking rat bat, and then
you know what that means? You know what you're telling me?
No, I ain't telling you to get away with it.
No, it's that if I.
That's the power some women
give me some skins on it. Agreed.
What you are saying essentially is that at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much effort I put into the act.
Mm-hmm.
that don't matter after the 30 minutes.
What I'm saying?
No, that's not what he said.
I want you to.
Everything goes.
Hold on, listen.
No, what he is saying is if you wronged him, if you've stolen $100 out his wallet, if you ruined his favorite J's, whatever you've done to him, once you give him the good, honey child, all is forgiven, everything's okay. Reset. That's what he said.
You know what's so funny though? You give them the keys. You give her the key. No, the Canada say the keys. And you just throw the whole key down on the ground and pick it up, and I ain't gonna pay attention just now. Y'all got this gift. You know, you can get a guy. Guys are very forgiving.
And it's good that you know that it's a gift.
Most of the guys, yeah. I mean, we have the tool that unlocks that. Listen, we ain't getting.
So are we giving you too much credit by saying that men are actually evolving into understanding that it's more than sex?
Hold on. I think he's.
Let Abigail
speaking.
Clarify that, Abigail.
I think men are coming into their own, and they're realizing that what they offer is equally as important. What men offer.
It's not equally important. So let me plug that in.
No. Actually, you know what? It's not. You're right. You know, based on.
We can't do it without each other.
Let's put it like this. Based on the ratio of men to women, we are far more important.
That's interesting.
Thank you very much. I'm glad you said that. I'm saying, hold on. Because let's be real, right? Let's be real. Mm-hmm. Most guys ain't sharing girls. Most girls are sharing guys.
Who lied to you?
Let's get this point.
Why are you even?
I'm just saying.
Just
that ratio. Just that ratio. Don't tell me that.
So the question that I have back again, if it's so good and sex is so healer and resetter, why are you avoiding it again?
Right. That was like, okay, so we've covered
finances.
We've covered finances. I think, one of the other reasons that I heard was that, the person that you're with is attracted to someone else.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's usually the case.
So if the person that you're with is, I guess, in their mind, they're thinking about this other person, they're like completely immersed with how that person looks, how they smell.
You heard that song before. Your body's here, but your mind is
elsewhere.
Right.
So is that something that you need to like
no, for me, no, I could, I could get into it.
You could still get it.
God. What I'm saying, let's not generalize this because that's not the most. That's not a problem for you.
What do you say? What do you say, Jackie? Do you think that's something that happens?
Some of those things are gender specific.
Do you think that happens? That you could be mentally somewhere else with someone else and not be able to really perform?
Not for me.
No. What about you, Terrio?
Do I think what? Do I think I could be mentally somewhere else and still perform?
Not perform, and that may be the reason why some persons really prefer not to go into sex at all.
Honestly, if I'm feeling for someone else, I'd probably just not waste your time and energy.
But what about if the person's married? It's not as gung ho as cutting ties as quickly as that. I mean.
Is it possible to lose your attraction to someone that you've been with for a while?
Oh, yeah. That's very possible.
And a lot of people don't leave the relationship because you're comfortable in so many other ways.
Right.
You have zen in so many other ways,
Even in my instance, it happened. You find that you lose interest. What do you do when you lose interest?
Well, you start avoiding sex.
That's the only thing that ties you together anyway. I mean, realistically.
We're here talking about losing interest in sex and avoiding the person that you're with. We're going to be right back with some more of this hot show on SLYTalk when SLYTalk returns on 194. Hey, it's your girl Sly reminding you that SLYTalk is on your radio this and every Sunday at 6. No, this is not your average relationship talk. We are giving you the raw deal. No filters, none. Come kick it with your girl. Drop in for the steamiest relationship topics on radio. A full panel of married, single, and divorced. Call in or text your questions and have them answered real time this and every Sunday at 6. More entertainment is on 194. Come kick it with your girl. Get ready for the new school year with Marco's Back to School 5-Star Meal. Treat your family to a hot and cheesy extra large one-topping pizza, oven-baked cheesy bread, and a refreshing 2-liter soda, all for just $19.99. Now that's a great deal you don't want to miss. Stop by your nearest Marco's today and enjoy our Back to School 5-Star Meal. We've made this great special just for you. Marco's, authentic Italian pizza.
Do you feel trapped and unable to move because of debt? Are you trying to meet your monthly obligations but still falling behind? Then what you need is a fresh start. BOB's Fresh Start Debt Consolidation Loan will combine your existing debts into one easy monthly payment, restoring your financial freedom and getting you back on track with a built-in savings plan. Talk to us today about your BOB Fresh Start Debt Consolidation Loan. BOB, your bank of solutions.
This school year, teach your kids how to save and win fantastic prizes with the BOB Junior Savings Challenge. To enter, simply open a BOB Junior Savings account with a minimum of $50 before September 30th. Complete your entry form and follow us on Facebook for weekly gift pack winners and super saving tips. Then save up to $200 by November 30th for a chance to win one of 3 Samsung Galaxy tablets. Help your kids save and win with BOB, your bank of solutions. Conditions apply.
Hey, this is your girl Natural Empress, and I am a member of the National Workers Cooperative Credit Union. We give easy loans and good savings rates, debit cards and credit cards, along with other financial products. If you're not a member, it's time for you to join a multi-million-dollar Bahamian success story. For more information, please contact one of our branches at 397-5800 in Nassau and 352-9624 in Grand Bahama.
Island Windshield, your one-stop shop for all models, including American and Japanese vehicles. With trained technicians, we supply and specialize in windshields, door, back, and quarter glass sales and installations. We're located off Post Road, opposite AID, and now in Carmichael Road with guaranteed low prices, free roadside service, delivered to the boat, and insurance estimates no one can beat. Our prices are tried and proven. And for the stylish, we've also added window tinting. Call or visit us today at 394-8018 and now on Carmichael Road at 341-4120. Island Windshield, where customer service is their #1 priority.
More 94.
The entertainment capital of the Bahamas.
Yeah.
We built a better radio station to entertain you.
That's only the plan. That's only the plan.
More entertainment is on More 94.
And we're back. Our sponsors for today is the Giggle House. I want to remind you guys that the Giggle House provides after-school care and after-hours sitting. The number to dial is 816-8171. That's after-school care and after-hour sitting for, you know, when you want to go kick it with the boo and don't have anybody to keep the kids. So our topic today is pretty much talking about avoiding sex with your partner. You know, every time you want to have sex, there's always an excuse. Oh, I'm sick. Oh, I'm tired. I'm this, I'm that. So before we left, we were talking about, you know, kind of being attracted to someone else, the person that you're with being attracted to someone else and that being the reason why, you know, they don't want to really engage in sex. So I think, Terry, you were saying, you were pretty much saying, it's gender specific. I think when it comes to, you know, being attracted to someone else, I think.
Yeah, sometimes. Like, because, you know, like you said, we said earlier, sex is different for male and female.
Mm-hmm.
It's physical for a man, it's more emotional for a woman.
Okay.
When you find an attraction to someone else, especially as a woman, sometimes it may be difficult to share yourself on both ends. You may just decide, you know what, I'm going to deprive one and I'm going to give everything to the next. That's
really?
Some women do it. I don't know.
I don't know if that's the case.
You guys can tell me. I don't have a V-dub. I'm just saying. I just know what I have here. What I'm saying is for a guy, it could be different. I mean, because we have this thing that can be used multiple times. So that may not be an issue for some guys. Well, I'm saying though, I'm just saying here.
Well,
like,
you
could, but you know, pH balances, etc.
Here are two other reasons that they gave. They said, okay, well, I'm too drunk, so this is obviously the night after a really long drink. That makes sense. I can deal with that excuse.
If you're too drunk, then you have drunk sex. You won't remember it. You won't remember it anyway. So.
That's like somebody taking it though. That's like taking it.
That sounds bad. Not really.
So anyway, also the person saying, "Oh, I feel gross," or "I'm dirty, I'm sweaty." You know, I personally, I couldn't do it if I'm I have to.
I think
take
a lot of
shower.
women do that. I don't think men.
So it's not that impulsive.
I've heard men say, "Look, you could just come off the court from work.
They probably
give me that. I like it like that.
But
you have to feel comfortable as well.
Let's go deep into that, right? Now, I'm not saying in an instance if you come inside the room smelling like garlic and onions, right? Outside of that, usually the act would cause you to be sweaty and.
But that's different from getting sweaty after the fact and coming to the table sweaty.
I know some. I've had instances where people like the smell of the musk.
Yes.
It's
definitely,
musk.
it ignites the pheromones.
Yeah, but you have to remember, women have to feel, women want to feel sexy. Mm-hmm. So they'll take a shower, they'll put on some nice
wrap. Well, but I get
that, but sometimes it's on the spur of the moment.
That depends how long and how you guys connected. How long you've been in a relationship? Mm-hmm. Sometimes you've been in a relationship so long, you get used to your partner. And
is that a problem? Is that a problem?
No, they may not give you.
They come into the party with bullets on.
They may not give you the whole situation.
It's not the wrapping. It's what's the gift under. Okay.
Is that the case, Stereo? It's not the wrapping. It's what's under the gift.
The gift under. I mean, yeah.
It's what's in the gift.
No. I think sometimes. Let's be real, okay?
He wants to see
here's the point. To be honest with you, to open the gift, the wrapping has to be somewhat appealing, eh?
Every time, though?
No, I don't know.
No, every time.
Visual, right?
Sometimes, I think, in all honesty, just drop the whole gift off. You don't have to put so much wrapping on it.
Like I said, it doesn't matter all the time. If you're compatible, if you've been in a long-term relationship, I don't expect my woman to always look.
That's what I'm saying. We gotta live realistically. All the time she can be in Vicky's Secret and laced up and
men out there
why not?
We in the real world.
Children, you've been working. Sometimes. I think you should give.
When your wife or your living partner gets up in the morning and you want to get it on, she's not looking the best. Sometimes in the morning. So
no, I'm saying though. I think primarily, I think we undervalue the process of buying new and clean underwear. I think people, we generally, no, I'm serious. If you're gonna go to if you with the person, no, I'm serious, you with the person, right? That me and you are together, we're in a relationship. I'm gonna make sure, listen, me as a man, I'm gonna make sure I got my underwears and things, because I gotta bathe in the night. I gotta make sure that I look, when you wake up, you might hit me up 3 o'clock in the morning, I gotta be fresh and ready.
Okay.
We're not saying that, but I'm just saying
secrets. I ain't saying you got to go all out, but I'm saying you should have seasonal shopping periods so that when you go to your bed, you look nice.
I think you may be confused.
I'll fund that. Hold on. I'll fund that myself.
You may be confused with the two things. I'm talking about there'll be sometimes when it'll be spontaneous and it just gonna happen.
Hits, you got granny parties on. Hey, let's do the.
But back to the original point. I think a medical condition could. Make a person not want to have sex, especially as if you are a man and you have an erectile situations. Yeah. You may can't raise and you may feel insecure when your wife or your significant other wants to have,
Okay, fair enough.
I've had people, that's a reason too.
But do you think guys, I think, what was I watching that had that Love and Hip Hop? I think Ray J was indicating that he had a low sperm count. So that's health. That's similar to health.
That's baby making.
No, that's provider. That's a baby.
I think most men don't. Let me put it like this to you. Most men don't acknowledge the fact that they have erectile dysfunction. One, they won't even admit it. And most people don't seek help. They go to the Chinese and probably try to buy some whatever they got or some.
But most women.
So the embarrassment is the reason why they would avoid that.
I mean, let's think about it. Like, if it comes up and it goes down, first thing, you're probably going to get riled anyway because you think you're with someone else.
And this is a behemoth society. You may not even say you have a dysfunction. You like he was saying, you might think he's cheating.
Sometimes a lot of women.
And that's the thing. We make assumptions.
The first thing you assume that he's cheating.
Because half the time, I'll be honest with you, half the time I guess I'm wrong. Could I say that? Could I be honest and say half of the time?
Right?
No, half of the times I'm guessing, my mind is going like all the way left. I'm almost 80% wrong. Almost 80% wrong. So I think people need to, take a minute, take a breath, have a conversation, ask a question, say, blah, blah, why. why are you avoiding me? Because I feel like you're avoiding me. It's a constant every day. Every time I come to you and I want to have sex, you're like, well, this is the case or that is the case. And it can get very annoying.
How long do you stick around for something like that? Can I ask?
Well, you have to have the conversation first, right?
Okay, let's say we've gone through the full gamut. Okay, you've gotten, like, with this guy with the spreadsheet. Mm-hmm. Let's say it's something different. It's this health, and okay, we've been to the doctor, we've done that, and then it's always something. How long do you stay in a situation where sex is an issue or the denial of sex is an issue?
I guess the question would be, how long can you go without sex?
Let's say it's been seven months.
That would be the question.
What?
How much months?
You look horrified. It's Halloween Day. 7 months. Let's say it's been 7 months, and there's an issue.
You don't have to go 7 months without that. I can guarantee you.
A lot of times when you see sex diminishing in a relationship, that's because the relationship is coming to an end.
It's some other things that's gone wrong.
Not necessarily. Threatening to come to an end.
Not necessarily either. If you have a medical condition or if your wife or your significant other has cancer.
No, we're not talking about those instances. We covered those already. So I'm saying, though, in other instances, it may be a sign or it may be the result of some other
underlying issues.
Some issues that escalated and turned into this because right.
Well, you know what? Someone actually said that the person that you're with may know something that you don't think they know. So that may be a reason.
Yeah, but I'm at the point where why are we childish? If you know something, say what's eating you and let's get it out there. I understand communication can be different, but you're communicating one way or the other. But keeping you say that and say what's eating you because it's affecting the relationship. It's like a disease. So it's eating you and now there's no sex and now you huffed up and you puffed up in bed. You're not talking another way, so resentment now sets in. Yeah, if there's something that you're assuming, even if you're wrong, put it on the table and allow him to sit. Please.
And then earlier, Sly, you were saying that you can guess, but you shouldn't guess. You should have a conversation.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
The only exception is that if someone's cheating on you, they're not going to tell you. So that's a conversation to have.
So I guess, Abigail, you had said earlier that one of the reasons would be that the person is cheating or had cheated, or how does that work? If the person, if I'm with you and you're avoiding me with sex, does that mean you're cheating? That's what you mean?
Or does
it mean that I cheated?
If you cheated on me, or I'm thinking you're cheating,
mm-hmm.
I may not want to have sex with you because I'm thinking about the other guy.
But I think it would be opposite though, because
why would it be opposite?
If what you're saying to me is that
if I suspect you of cheating,
right,
I may not want to have sex with you because I resent you.
I don't understand that though. If I suspect you're cheating, I would want to draw you back in. No,
you would want.
No.
Why? But if you were having a healthy sexual relationship and everything was good and the person cheated anyway, it don't matter how much you bump up or bump down. Right. You can't stop it. Yeah, they can do what they can do.
Right. It's not that the fact that you wasn't giving him sex. He still cheated.
So that's a whole other topic.
Yeah, you want Doritos and you want a cheese doodle.
You want a cheese doodle?
Wow.
Oh my God.
I mean, for some people, cheating is some people just tell you that they don't have a real reason. Some people can't say it's because I wasn't getting sex, it wasn't spicy enough. Some people be like, it was there.
They look for reasons, though. They try to find reasons.
They'll justify.
I think especially for men, I mean, when you consider someone else stepping into your area. Now, if you go into that knowingly, if you got another girl, and this is a common thing in Nassau anyways, but if you borrowing a dude girlfriend, then that feeling ain't gonna come. But if you think that property is yours, and somebody else jumping on that, and you have even the slightest knowledge of it, that could be enough to just say, you know what, I wouldn't bother with it. Some dudes will just let it fester for a while. They may not approach you on it because you may be giving them good things outside of sex, but they just may be like, I'll stick around to see what, let me get the things to see what happens.
Yeah, but then you frustrating your female.
Of course, but she frustrating you. You just ain't saying why. But again, that goes back to honesty and transparency and communication in a relationship. As well as sometimes, if you feel like your spouse messing around with somebody or there may be like a disease involved, or you just feel something, that's enough to mess with your mind just to be like, I don't want to have sex with you at all. I could just be content and benefit from the relationship however I can benefit from it and just omit sex in its entirety. Some cases, or look for it elsewhere. which is another factor.
I know there are some people that actually say sex isn't, an integral part of a relationship, and I don't get that. I think it's a form of communication.
I think it's 90%.
You know what I mean? It's the things, it's an unspoken dance. It's something that you don't have to say. It's the way that you connect.
Sex is very important to a relationship to me. I think. So, yes, man. Meaning it's very, very important.
No, sex is very important in a relationship. I mean, let's be honest now.
What's the percent? If each of you had to answer, Abaco.
We would have different percentages, obviously.
But I'm curious to know how it differs on age and the diversity. How percent-wise out of 100, how important is sex?
52.5%.
Really?
Crazy.
You're not average. You're not average.
I don't think that it's a percentage, because I think that the sex is a consummation of when you have already developed a relationship first. Right. So I think that the relationship is built and then the sex consummates.
But it still becomes an integral part of it.
Yeah,
so what if you remove it?
It's intertwined.
So just throw a percentage out just
No, I wouldn't want to put a percentage on it. I don't believe that you should make it a percentage.
No,
we're just doing it for argument's sake.
No. Before you say that, I just want to pose this to my friend here, Jackie O. Let's say you're in a relationship with somebody, okay?
Jackie O.
He is an awesome guy. He's super. He gives you some great stuff. Y'all could go shopping, and it's all fantastic, right? Whirlwind romance. He sweeps you off your feet. All the affection in the world. But as soon as you lay down, it's finished. It's like nothing.
2 minutes.
Like not even 2 minutes. Let's just be factual. Let's say like 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
That is not.
Some people do that. It's called.
That could be a compliment to a woman, though. That could be a compliment.
I'm saying, let's say before you could figure out how to position yourself in the bed, he's finished. How you feeling after that there? He'd be like, oh, I'm done. Oh, fantastic. Jackie, you are awesome.
I would definitely.
And he's pleased with himself even. Wow.
Percentage-wise.
I would definitely recommend therapy.
Thank you. So, my point to that is, I think that sex is an integral part of a relationship. It is a deal breaker too, because naturally, pleasure, the whole point of a relationship is for equal pleasure, whether it be emotionally, spiritually, physically, mentally. You want that balance.
A meeting of needs.
That's what that really is.
No, I totally agree with you, but I really think that the person that you described was a really extreme personality.
Oh, it happens now.
Really?
Tell that to them girls with sugar daddies.
And I think, then sex is important in that case.
Babies.
Sex isn't important in that case.
Some people have that though.
That's the whole point of that situation.
Right, is the money, not the sex.
The older guy wants the younger girl for sex.
Yeah, but he's getting the sex. She doesn't care what he gives her. So my question for you though is that in a situation like that, I don't think that that's really the norm. That's an exception. That's a very special person.
You think so?
Who would he describe? That's normal?
Well, no.
That's not normal. So a person who does it, I think,
from the female perspective, from what I've been hearing lately,
that's normal.
No hit to the fellas, but a lot of men are in it. Even at
is that normal, really?
For 3 minutes, for a lot of people, 5 minutes is good. Other people are like, it all depends on where you sit and what's good for you.
Hey.
Sex is somewhat interpretive depending on who you are, what you enjoy, what the length of time of pleasure it is that you need. Yeah, it's different for every situation.
But I think sex isn't it is a deal, not a deal breaker per se, because there's a lot of things outside of sex, but it is an integral part because it's the balance mechanism. Because you could be, I'm not saying that you don't need it. I mean, you need it because it is a stress. I'm just saying,
it's 100% important.
It's very important, but it's just outside. Because sex is its own being. I think sex is its own being because your relationship could be sucky, to be honest, and some people would say just for sex.
Really?
Some people would say some people would suffer. What if a good sex?
What if I have 50% Island? I have to agree. Think
about it.
Boy, okay, let's just say you've been with that guy that he described before, and then you have this guy.
Who ain't topping it off properly.
You are with the one done, and he is giving you the good. A lot of women are doing it. It depends on what it is that you've been deprived of before.
What is most important to you?
And if someone is meeting that need now, some people put other things on the back burner.
Listen,
protection and provision.
So let's say, for instance, you have yourself a kahuna at home, and y'all a kahuna.
What is that?
A very large castle.
A house
in the sky, right? No, we're not talking about
hello. Translation.
We're talking about sex here. Let's be imaginative.
Okay.
She's talking about like
we're talking a very large castle, and then you go to someone that's really, they just have a little small house.
Yeah, but a little tool shed.
Mm-hmm. You're used to a very good meal. And now you're just like,
see, but I don't grade my meal the way you grade your meal.
That's what we were saying.
For me, I'm sorry, the castle is not the most important thing to me.
It's important though. You indicated that it's important.
No, sex is important. You're now talking about tool.
Which you need for the little sex.
But he may be effective in other areas, though. He might be doing something
what I'm
else.
saying is that's not the most important thing for me. Sorry.
But I think, back to what she's saying, I know the tool, although this does not apply, it does not matter. Because I think sex is more emotional. Because a guy could be big or small, but no matter what, he's going to get what he's trying to get. Mm-hmm. Just saying. Mm-hmm. A woman, it could be big or it could be small, but I think the desired effect comes from what she feels.
What about when a guy?
I think it has to do with the man feels too, because I think when a man truly cares for you,
he's going to
do whatever he has to do, no matter the size of or whatever, to please you in the ways in which he needs to.
That's what I say. It's more than just the tools.
Yeah,
really much more than
it's how you.
It's the vast. It's the bedroom tools.
What about when you're bored with sex? When it's completely boring? Like it's just like, oh my gosh, could we do something different? Like you can envision what's gonna happen. It's gonna be complete replay.
I am not a fan of like boring relationships, like boring lifestyles, and I think sometimes again the bedroom is fun, but you got to be inventive sometimes. Just find
little things.
Yeah, go somewhere.
Wear necktie or
something.
Yeah, but we talking about sex here.
That's
what I'm saying. So okay, we bungee jumping, we diving out of planes, we doing all that. Woohoo! Fabulous. And then we get to the bed and.
No. You didn't get what I'm just saying.
No, what I'm saying is a lot of people are living great relationships. They're having fun in their relationships, but sex still falls flat.
See, that's the point. You just said all those things while you bungee jumping. Have some fun,
Oh, you mean like that?
Yes, do the hokey pokey as often as you can. That's what it's all about, hokey pokey. That's it.
Yeah, but okay, so that's just case in point. I'm bored with sex, right? Mm-hmm. And I say, okay, let me pull out the red carpet and do, all these really fancy things. And then, like she says, when you actually go into the act, right? It's like, blah. That's no inspiration for me to do it again.
See, that's the thing what I'm saying, right? I think that, honestly, again, it's a partnership, and there needs to be openness and communication. If you get with I know, we use this term flagrantly around this country. People, you either real freak or you freaky, listen, let's get this done, right? If you were with a person, tell the person what it is you like. If you discovered...
Why though?
Because then it makes sex easier. It's no point in you... I'm not a fan of
but me telling you takes away the surprise element.
What I feel is
I'm saying people go and find other means to self-please. Okay? If you're gonna go to that extent to imagine something or to fantasize about something, why not just tell your partner, hey, listen.
That takes the fun element out of it, the surprise element out of it.
Surprise? No. What I'm saying is bring them in on it. Bring your partner into what it is you're thinking about. No, you could like surprise.
I think you can be surprised, but I think outside of these conversations don't necessarily have to happen right before sex, while you're having sex. You could be sitting down with each other on the couch, chilling out. And you'd be like, something, we've been together for a little while. Tell tell me some of the other things that, you know,
you like now.
What are your fantasies?
That's a good idea, guys.
Make a bucket list.
I don't think we do that. I mean, we watch stuff, we pass stuff in our WhatsApp groups, be like, woo! That's right. But we will, a lot of people never sit down with the actual person where this stuff matters and say, let's have a convo. Let's get into it.
I think some people should try making like a bucket list for a relationship.
I have another question. Somebody really, this was like dancing on top of my brain when she said this. She was like, bad breath.
Listen, go home. Seriously. Honestly, now let me tell you something. Listen, there's nothing more important. That is a deal breaker. Listen, I
for
love
me
oral
too,
health. But honestly,
on so many levels.
I love oral health.
So serious.
But how long you I'm so glad you touched onto that very quickly.
This is when you just met the person, or
I don't care.
No, this is well. Okay, so let's just. Case in point, you're dating this person, and every single time you engage, every single time
we wouldn't be dating.
Listen, listen. Whatever your mouth smells like is where you need to go.
That person is exceptional.
I am serious.
So what do you do?
That person is exceptional.
So what are you doing?
Let them go because
No.
I'm gonna get you a
Sharon, no. Let me tell you.
So hold on, we bold enough to tell people your breath's thinking you need a dental appointment, but we ain't gonna say what we like in the bedroom.
But hold on,
what kind of thing is this?
What I think happens in relationships though is people tend to take baggage from their previous relationships. One size fits all. What they did with their former partner. And this is why communication is so important. What you did with your former partner, which got him off or whatever, may not work with this new person.
Right.
And this is why you should talk. What pleases you.
You get frustrated.
What frustrates you maybe because what he did with his previous girl, he's trying to do it to you, and it may not work for you. So I think you should sit down and tell your partner what works for you or not.
Some people don't even know what works for them.
They have other problems.
I think physical health and oral health, I can't see, I've seen people in relationships with others when they got plaque and all these dirty filthy mouth. I just meet them and I know their mouth stink. You've been with them for like 2-3 years and you ain't got to tell this person.
So it tells you something about them, right?
You got a lot of tolerance.
Yes.
And something you hiding. You need to go and deal with your breath.
Is sexual prowess a thing that can cause you to avoid sex as well?
What is that?
Sexual prowess. Or you may think that you are you may think that you are behind the 8 ball. This person speaks of all of the freaky stuff. More experienced. Or we talked about that.
So being
this talk about
freak.
Let me give you an example. Remember back in the day, I don't know, we're all different ages, but back in the day, being somewhat virtuous or less experienced was something that was a turn on for a dude. It was like, I could teach you something. I could teach you something. Now it's like, what you mean you ain't never here but Pringle and Klingle and thing?
That means we're getting older.
Could be, but could be. I don't want to admit that, but nowadays it's not so much. I hear a lot of men, not every man, but a lot of men are saying, unless you are of a particular classification and you know how to do certain things and you are willing to go there, I don't have time to teach you. I need you to be in here.
It's going to be boring.
That's what it's interpreted as.
At a certain age, you expect
certain things
at a certain age.
Right.
I don't expect you to be 19 and you know whatever that Pringle.
Now that hold on. But now that we're speaking about it, though, here's the other side of that coin. When someone you meet tells you they got all these skills, then you get in there.
Oversell.
Like it ain't even close.
They promise you all that nasty stuff, and then
hello. Promise.
And
they give you that we can stop crime promise.
No, but that's a red flag, though.
What?
When someone
No, that's a red flag.
By the time you discover that's a red flag, you are so deep in
you're on the hunt for the flag at this point.
You already
brag about yourself. When you brag about yourself to me, I don't know. Off the jump, something ain't right.
Well, suppose it ain't like a braggadocious. Suppose you're having a session Me personally, I'm an imaginative person, so I need you to stimulate me mentally. So I want to be on the phone and thing, and I need, okay, picture it, Sicily, 1975.
Oh, Lord.
This is what's, I want something to build. I want something to look forward to.
You want to have a vivid display.
Yeah, so it ain't really
you need to pay the
painting little pictures.
You need to pay the consultation fee.
Really?
I'm just saying.
I don't have $20, okay? Because you went there. I don't have the $20. Not on me.
For the guys, I guess. One of the very, very popular points that some of my guys mentioned to me was that their ladies say that, well, they're always tired, and I'm always, do you know what I have to do? I have to clean, I have to cook, I have to this, I have to that. How do you guys really feel when those type of things come up in the bedroom?
I think when you have to make excuses, honestly,
I don't know that there's excuses now, because we can dive into it and note that some of these women are really tired when you think about what they have to do.
But I'm saying it is incumbent upon the man to get it done,
and they can pay for it.
I'm saying, listen, if I want that box, okay, that you may be holding on to,
listen,
I gotta hold on. No, let me finish this. If I want that, okay, I must be willing to do what it takes to get that. Now, if you are tired from washing dishes, then I need to say, listen, tonight, you ain't gotta wash the dishes.
Amen.
I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
Let's give him a round of applause.
Woohoo! No, I'm saying though, I think it's important.
But I'm washing them in the morning.
No, I'm saying that you gotta have.
I don't worry about them, and then you wake up, but bro.
No, I'm saying that you gotta be fair and you gotta have balance. Like, if you got your woman doing a bunch of stuff and you want that thing, and come on, you gotta give it. Give a little. If you gotta sell for a week, if you gotta make that real, like you said, exchange ain't no robbery, right?
Hey,
listen,
watch this.
Honey, I need you to come home.
You wax on, I wax off.
Thank you. You come home for this whole week. You report to that little box spring right over there. That's CD Posturepedic. You report there. I got everything else covered. That's it.
Reporting for Dujan.
That's awesome. Abigail, what did you want to say with regard to that?
You lost.
We were really.
Pretty much what I was attempting to say was this: if you're in tune with your partner, these issues that she's bringing up wouldn't be an issue because you already know. So I mean, what happens is I think people overthink the whole sex thing, but if you're in tune with your partner, you will help her with like you were saying, you will help her with these the dishes and stuff, and you'll still be able to get it on.
Cool. All right, guys, it's been so much fun as always with my panel. Such awesome people I have here: Abigail, Jackie, Terrio, Candy. I really have to say thank you so much for being here. Thank you to our listening audience for tuning in. Thank you so much. I have to say though, be fair. Talk to your mate about what it is that you want. Stop, making them guess. They're not going to be able to guess correctly. If you open your mouth and talk and help them to understand what you need, you will get it. I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. Until next time, guys, love hard. I'm your girl, Sly, and this is SLYTalk. Like what you heard here today and want to be a part of the steamy conversations discussed here on SLYTalk? Like us, follow us, and join the conversation on Facebook or on Instagram at SLYTalk. Also, visit the SLYTalk YouTube page for today's show and previous SLYTalk episodes. Never miss another show.